Hallo meine Lieben, hier ist Mario, der alte Sack von HollstoneTV. Ich begrüße euch recht herzlich zu einer neuen Ausgabe von Skyrim, eine lange Reise und wünsche euch wie immer viel Spaß. Hallo meine Lieben und wie immer herzlich willkommen. Diesmal zur Folge 323 unserer langen Reise durch Skyrim. Hier ist der Mario, der alte Sack. Und wir befinden uns am Aufstieg des Abweichlers. Erledigen
euren letzten
noch ein paar Restkämpfe. Beziehungsweise das kennen wir noch.
Was war das?
Ja. Über den gesagt.
Was war das?
Aufhaben. Ja, das hinaus habe ich noch gar nicht vorgelegt. Ja, ich war zwischendurch in Riesenheim und habe die restlichen Zutaten zu Alltag geholt.
Ihr habt euren Meister.
Diese Frau mit Denise zu arbeiten. Auch schöne Beute, ne? Zwar viel, aber nichts Schönes bei.
Mal sehen, was ihr geschafft habt.
Das hört uns richtig Frauenpower. Anders kann man es nicht bezeichnen im Moment. Ein bisschen Fleisch.
Ihr werdet nicht die Oberhand gewinnen. Hübsches Gesicht.
Meine Schande, hier stehen so richtig, ich weiß nicht gar nicht genau, was passieren wird mit der Denise bei Zinn, Alter. Wenn ich, so wie ich das rausgehört habe, beim bescheuerten Englischkenntnissen, kann die Zinn, Alter, ihr schlecht zur Wandlung machen. Aber so richtig vorstellen kann ich es mir noch nicht. Ob oder dass das hier im Spiel auch funktionieren soll. Oder gemacht wird. Aber Skyrim ist ja eigentlich offen immer, ist ja immer offen für alles. Lassen wir uns mal überraschen. Jetzt bringen wir auf jeden Fall erstmal die Zutaten dahin. Da ist Alter. Wie immer. Größte Frage, wohin anreisen?
Was ist los?
Ja. Wieder Bären da sind. Die Bären wieder da sind. Also jetzt mal leider eine ganze Bärenfamilie killen müssen, um hier durchzukommen. Viel wie möglich. Nix. So.
And so the soon-to-be will never be. This child will be yanked from the mother's bosom. Better today than to leave a destitute and unloved tomorrow. Poor soul, to not even have the love of your mother. Nature does weave the saddest tales, doesn't it? Enough time has been wasted in idle thought. Now comes the time for the visceral result of our dilemma. Spells. The pretense of wonder drawn by parodies dressed in well-made cloth. I divulge in the dance that melts one world to another. Through these dances our bodies as flesh transposed with magic summoned from a raging stream of arcane noise, spilling forth from every orifice and every end of the form. You manifest desire and become a beacon of dreams. Not only of your own, but those of 1,000 shrieking souls seeking your body as an outlet. Pragmatic are the civilized. If you want a change in destiny, bring me flesh. That would serve some utility to those who just want results, yes? The skin of those you wish to mimic and are grafted onto your shape. A new identity will be birthed. Only the flesh. The mind is not of the same clay, so may find itself anchored to the past, despite best intentions. Though the body can open rooms of the mind, where they were once locked, pleasure and pain being the first doors to loosen, alleviating or exaggerating the carnal. But your deeper self, how you move and how you react, your trauma and your pleasures from the past, these will stay.
Ich gebe euch Deckung.
Okay. So, da ist er. Denise. Beschäftigt. Sie hat den Quest-Pfeil auf sich, über sich. Also ich jetzt gucken, ob es alles richtig macht oder was. Ich habe ja keine Ahnung. Okay. So. Diesmal ein bisschen weglocken. Ich vermute, dass die 10 Alter da nicht weiter runterkommen konnte durch meine Gully-Schlange, die da noch im Weg stand.
Wir halten an. Was ist los?
Vergammelt oder was zwischendurch. Natürlich auch sein. Das im Endeffekt waren die dann froh, dass wir den geklaut haben. Brauchen die den nicht selber wegschmeißen. Auch sowas machen wir. Sowas machen wir.
Bin immer noch da. Gehen wir. Ich gebe euch Deckung. Wir halten an. Was ist los? Bin immer noch da.
Ja, Schatzis.
Wir halten an. Was ist los?
Diesmal die Denise sein. Komm weg von dem Wettbewerb. Nichts Gutes. Hier auch mal anfangen mitzuhelfen, oder was? So eine Situation ist immer blöd. Ich gar nicht weiß, wie es eigentlich weitergeht. Sollte nicht für ein Ritual die 10 Alter von da oben runterkommen. Das sieht schön aus, oder? Das ist schön. Dann gucken wir erstmal nach dies. Dass hier nicht weitergeht. Wir können nicht stundenlang hier warten jetzt. Hat sich doch nichts geändert.
Ich gebe euch Deckung.
Das ist sehr schön. Meine Girlies. Erstmal zu Gregor und sagen dem Bescheid. Da war mit dem Hexerangriff und so weiter. Das war ja der 3. Auftrag, den wir dann noch für diese Quest bei Gregor erfüllen mussten. Machen wir uns erstmal hier weiter.
Those Redguard vultures are finally gone. That's one less burden we have to deal with. Damn, this is not the news I wanted. I can't survive without Tyr. Like sheep awaiting slaughter. I'll have to be quick. There must be an armed presence there for the time being. We'll see to it that the people of that outpost are protected. A small crew of conscripts should suffice.
Okay, schon. Acker.
Of course. Richmond have only become more daring. It would make a lick of sense to keep them there. We could convert the outpost for explicit military function. Serve a higher use. Will help with intel on the Reach. Hardly ever do we go that deep into the wilds unless there's a serious threat. You've surely faced worse, if the accounts from Ravenspring are anything to go by. You've probably fostered the impression of being the sole guardian of this realm. Don't fret, we've all got our burdens. Lest I forget, the king needs you to become an escort. Knight. Such jests could be deemed offensive to certain ears. But you won't find that with me. Escort in the more literal sense. We've got children soon to depart Ravenspring. Their destination being here. Sigmane will elaborate. Ah, never an hour's rest for the kingdom's finest.
Sagen wir, nee, nicht nochmal.
Don't cause any trouble now.
Okay. Das hat er jetzt wieder. Also aufpassen, dass du nicht aus Versehen verklickst. Dann stehst du wieder jahrelang hier noch rum. Das ist der König. Der Greifenkönig. Da.
Outpost, right? Killed all those damn orcs off? I hope you made them suffer.
Was der König hat für uns.
You all right?
Natürlich. Hallo König.
Kagor has a penchant for appeasement, doesn't he? Yes, Knight. I did ask for you. Yet I shirked to call so soon. After hearing about your feats through the kingdom recently. Though seeing as you are here, you have made yourself available for another duty. That duty entails a group of children.
Sich auf den Königinnenstuhl zu setzen, ne? Oh. Ja, warum soll sie stehen, ne? Wenn genug Plätze da sind. Macht man den Bus hier auch nicht.
I enjoyed having him as my vanguard in the Reach, despite his vicious temperament. Careful, Knight. You are talking about a lord here.
Er hat einfach Alice
Such
Köpfe gehabt,
words
der
would
Arsch.
have you hung, where one were any lower in rank.
Was ist das hier?
Mortarfane was no different from those who preceded him in that land. Although his application of power may have been a tad more extreme. If only he didn't interfere with the merchants. and led them on their merry way to the city, he would still be alive. Such a shame. Cease with the melodrama, lest you incense me. You've only just become a knight. Would be a waste to have that title revoked so soon. Those merchants have brought inordinate wealth to this kingdom, raising the prominence of the East so that it may compare to that of Daggerfall, even. No longer the uncivilized hinterland. We are prosperous and proud now, and we will stay that way. Besides, the people of Raven Spring have grown strong, full of conviction, even after all they have gone through. Our greatest soldiers are pulled directly from the reach, if you haven't noticed. We need them as much as they need us.
Jo. Das hatten wir schon mal in der Folge.
There are 5 kingdoms that span our province. Johanna, Faerun, Wayrest, Evermore, and last, yet more importantly, Daggerfall. Johanna is a frozen cluster of embittered Nords and corpses. We'd see no benefit in bettering relations with that frigid wasteland when resources can be diverted to more promising alliances. Faerun shares Johanna's obscurity in the political scape, faring better for its renowned fishery and its docks with hosts' fleets for the Empire's northern navies. Wayrest. Well, I don't feel I need to elaborate on the state of that pitiful kingdom. My first great military victory, and a most certain one at that. Not an acre left of that kingdom that didn't see retribution.
Fehlt doch noch eine zum Hinsetzen, ne?
It was foolish of me to knight those ignorant of this kingdom's history. I will speak to your ignorance rather than ill intent. Wayrest had sullied your king's image. Thus they shamed the body of the kingdom. They had seared me with an endurance, deep in the bowels of their walls, laying spurious accusations at me. Such sacrilege against those divide directly by the gods deserves fury like no other. However thorough our destruction of Wayrest was, I was still left unfulfilled. I had not seen Uva's head before me, and we had not retrieved his body. I would have his fear-struck face mantled with the rest of the game in my hall. Yes, concluding with Daggerfall, set a stage for High Rock's eminence within Terrien, and the kingdom which ordains the destinies of us all. Whenever Daggerfall churns, the whole province twists with it. We are in the process of facilitating relations with that great kingdom, having my progeny marry off into their great houses, in hopes of forging an undying alliance that can see us reign over High Rock in tandem. No, I would be remiss of the truth if I didn't speak of the Daggerfallen's character and their view of us in the East. We still have the burden of our past, tainting further relations with the nobility there. Yet money and power speaks. It will be impossible to ignore a burgeoning kingdom as ours when the green banners encroach westward. She was someone who was undeservedly burdened with what she governed, but had took it in her stride. It was a shame she couldn't overcome her antipathy with Mortafane. Oh, I remember the days she was within these very walls, where my father mentored her to become the leader she was destined to be. Fortunately, I've inherited my father's love for the young, and the want to nurture them for a prospective future. A transient council has been assembled to assure order there. You may have met them. Thainig, Entemon, and Helga. We are making deliberations on Morose's replacement. No people should be without a shepherd for long.
Ja, das schon wieder.
Son! My! How much you have changed in such short time!
Taub.
And how much wider you've become. The chef must have been busy.
Ich gebe euch Deckung.
The messengers told of you returning with Elaine. Has your mother distracted herself in the markets
Ich
again?
gebe euch Deckung.
I have many virtues, Father,
Prinz, glaub
yet
ich.
patience was never one of them.
Ich bin direkt
Crisis
hinter euch.
heralded my return,
Zwei
and
Plätze
I
sind das.
came. For if I were gone any longer, the people could forget the face of their future
Ich glaube,
king.
das ist der Prinz.
Come here, son. It's been far too long. I had sat in this hall alone, with all but the gods to humor me.
The longing was mutual, Father. I had sought to return home ever since I arrived in
Ich bin
Daggerfall.
direkt hinter euch.
Yet this kingdom grows further, and soon evermore will provide as the West, and much more.
Soon, I hope. I wish to see the day where they look up in deference.
HollstoneTV, Skyrim, das etwas andere Let's Play.